This video has been approved by TubeBuddy.com. Join now at TubeBuddy.com/CinemaAwesome to become a member of the TubeBuddy community. Take advantage of the features for your channel and to support new YouTube content creators like this and many other channels of YouTube. Link is in the description. What's up, everybody? This is Taylor from the Titan Gaming Station and CinemaAwesome.com, and this is the official E3 2018 predictions list. Now, this video will be focusing on every prediction that I think will happen and what is to be expected from every major press conference that all the hardware companies and all the software companies that will showcase during the course of E3. So let's begin. We will start with Sony. Okay, so what are we expecting from Sony? Well, we're expecting at least 4 games for Sony. We are expecting Death Stranding, which is the game made by Hideo Kojima. I'm assuming we are going to see a full gameplay demo of it and seeing what kind of game it is, whether it's an action game or a stealth game or an action game with RPG elements. So that's what I'm hoping to see. We are going to expect to see The Last of Us Part 2. I want to see a full gameplay demo by Naughty Dog during the course of the press conference, showcasing who the main playable character is, whether it's Joel, Ellie, or some new character that is involved throughout the game. We are going to see the new game from, what are they called? Sucker Punch. I am going to expect a new game from Sucker Punch, which is Ghost of Tsushima. We are going to hopefully see a full gameplay demo of that. And then what we're also expecting is a full gameplay demo of Spider-Man and hopefully a release date for the Spider-Man game. So hopefully that is something I am excited to see. So what are my predictions are? Okay. I want to see Spyro the Dragon. I want to see gameplay footage of the new Reignited trilogy that is coming to PS4. I also want Activision to announce a exclusive partnership with Sony that permanently makes all Spyro the Dragon games exclusive to the PlayStation brand, as they should be, because Spyro is a mascot for the PlayStation brand. He does not belong on Nintendo platforms or Xbox platforms. He is exclusive to PlayStation, and he needs to stay that way. The same thing could be said for Crash Bandicoot. I want to see Activision announce the same thing I want to see from Spyro, a permanent solution to making Crash Bandicoot exclusive to the PlayStation brands, as he should be. I also want to see a new game announced for Crash Bandicoot, because I actually enjoy the Crash Bandicoot games, so I want to see a new game. What I also want to see is a new game for the Medieval series. I have never played a Medieval game. We do know that a remastered version of the first Medieval game is going to come out, but hopefully, determining the success of this remastered, I want to see Sony announce a new Medieval game. I want to see GT7 being announced at E3. I think it is time to have another Gran Turismo game released for the console. So that is something I want to see. I want to see a lot of third-party content from indie gamers and AAA developers. I want to see games like Splinter Cell being exclusive to the way that Splinter Cell Convention was exclusive to the 360 at one point. I want to see something like that. I also want to see PSVR related content and modes. I want to see a new PSVR game that is in the stealth genre. I want to see a stealth VR game that focuses solely on stealth, like a thief game or anything like that. And I also want to hear some announcements of PSVR modes being added to games like to Battlefield 5 or anything like that. Anyway, that's what I'm thinking of in regards to Sony. Moving on to Xbox, what to expect. Well, we know that Crackdown 3 is going to be there. I'm assuming that Halo 6 is going to be there. There's no denying that they're going to announce another Halo 6. Uh, we know that State of Decay is out, so we're going to see some related content like DLC and maps. It's obvious we're going to see Minecraft there. There's no denying that Minecraft's the juggernaut that it is. There's going to be some more DLC announcements for Minecraft. And we know that Gears of War might be there, and Forza might be there, but what are my predictions for Xbox? I want to see a brand new Perfect Dark game. I think Perfect Dark has been dormant for way too long, since the N64 days. I think a new Perfect Dark is highly due for a new game. Banjo-Kazooie needs another game. It's been a while since Nuts and Bolts in the 360 generation that I think it's time that Banjo-Kazooie gets a new game. Maybe another Viva Pinata game. That hasn't had a game since the 360 also, so it would be nice to see another Viva Pinata. Conker really needs a new game. There was that Project Spark thing for Conker, but nobody really played it, so I think Conker needs a real sequel. I mean, we haven't had a Conker game since Live and Reloaded, which was remastered of the N64 game. Maybe another Halo Wars game. I think Halo Wars should be given another chance, and maybe Halo Wars 3 will be announced. Battletoads. As far as I know, only one Battletoads game has been made, and that was the one on the NES many years ago. So maybe it's time for a brand new Battletoads game. And because I never played Battletoads, and I actually want to try Battletoads. I also want to see a brand new Killer Instinct. Are we going to get a sequel to the highly successful reboot of Killer Instinct? I think I want to see that because I actually like Killer Instinct. I played it once before. I don't remember when, but I enjoyed the ultra combos that were pulled off on Killer Instinct. So I think it's time for another Killer Instinct game. I also think Microsoft needs to bring out their big guns. They need to showcase some new IPs that give a reason to buy the Xbox One and the Xbox One X. Not that I'm going to want to buy the Xbox One X because it's an overpriced 4K machine that should have waited till the next generation, because the same way with the PS4 Pro, it should have waited till the next generation. Therefore, I want to see a cheaper bundle for the Xbox One S. I think bringing the normal Xbox One S to maybe $100 can entice some players to get into the Xbox One family. Anyway, moving on to Nintendo. Oh, Nintendo! What to expect from Nintendo? I'm pretty sure we're going to get some more Super Mario Odyssey related content, because Super Mario Odyssey has been highly successful, so we know we're going to get some more related content. I'm pretty sure we're going to get some more Mario Kart DLC in regards to Mario Kart 8, because that has been released on the Nintendo Switch. I'm assuming we're also going to get some more DLC for The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. And I like that game. I want to see some more DLC. I know we are going to get a new Pokemon game. Not till next year, but I'm assuming that they are going to release an announced trailer for the new Pokemon game. We do know that we're going to get a brand new Super Smash Bros. Game, but I want to see a full gameplay trailer or demo of the game. I want to see a demo of the new Yoshi game. I think it's time that Nintendo showcases that Yoshi game that they announced and show what it is. Splatoon. I think we're gonna get some more DLC in regards to Splatoon 2, because that is a popular game. Splatoon 2 was a very popular launch game, so I think we're gonna get some more DLC. As for my predictions, oh boy. To start, let's be honest. Star Fox Zero on the Wii U was not a success. It was a rehash of Star Fox 64 that required the use of the Wii U gamepad with this gyroscope and touchpad, and that was a big bomb. I think it's time Nintendo accepts the fact that they need to make a sequel to Star Fox Assault. We need to know what happens after Assault, whether Andros will come back from the dead like he did in Adventures, or are we going to get a new villain? I think it's time Star Fox gets a true sequel. No more reboots. Just give us a sequel, Nintendo. And then F-Zero. It's been a long time since the GameCube generation that we got an F-Zero game. We really need an F-Zero. Otherwise, if we don't get another F-Zero, it's pretty obvious that Nintendo doesn't care about F-Zero, and they probably need to sell the franchise or something. But honestly, they need to do something with F-Zero. Otherwise, it's just probably not going to happen with F-Zero. I also want to see a 3D Donkey Kong platformer. It's been a while since the N64 generation, since Donkey Kong 64 for that matter, since we got a 3D platforming game of Donkey Kong. So it would be nice to see a 3D Donkey Kong game. Animal Crossing. I think we need another Animal Crossing game. It's been a while since we had Animal Crossing. The same with Pikmin. I think it's time for Pikmin to make another comeback. Pikmin is fun. I think I've tried the GameCube games. I think it's flat out time for another Pikmin game. I want to see a Punch-Out sequel. We haven't had a Punch-Out sequel since the Super NES with Super Punch-Out. I also want to see another Wario platformer. I was a fan of the Wario Land games on the Game Boy. I never tried the Wario game on the GameCube, the 3D platformer one, but it would be nice to see a 3D Wario game. And then Earthbound. Earthbound. What can I say about Earthbound? I think it's time we get a sequel to Earthbound, whether it's Mother 3 or some kind of sequel to Earthbound. It is time that we address the Earthbound situation. Maybe another Mario RPG, whether it's the Superstars saga, whether it's Paper Mario, or maybe a sequel to the Mario RPG game that Square Enix made. I think it's time for something in that area. Kirby. I know we're going to get a Kirby game. What I'm expecting is to probably a demo for that Kirby game. And then Kid Icarus. Are we going to see another Kid Icarus game? I'm hoping, because I actually want to try Kid Icarus. And then there's the Switch console itself. I am not a fan of the Joy-Con. They are way too small, and the gimmick is nothing but another Wiimote. I think if I want to buy a Nintendo Switch system, it needs a Pro Controller. Because I'm more of a fan of traditional video game controllers. I think it's time Nintendo accepts the fact that they can do two bundles. One with the Joy-Con controllers for those who want the Joy-Con controllers. But I would like to see Nintendo make a bundle that is geared toward the hardcore players with a Pro Controller. Because I actually like a regular controller. Because I tried the Nintendo Switch Joy-Cons and I do not like them. They're way too small, it's uncomfortable to hold, and it's just not me. I'd prefer a Pro Controller in some fashion. I also want to see Nintendo announce some new IPs. Nintendo has a tendency to oversaturate their IPs. They tend to release more Mario games than Disney releases every Mickey Mouse cartoon. I think Nintendo oversaturates their IPs sometimes, so I think some new IPs will be a breath of fresh air. I think it's time Nintendo releases some new IPs. That's pretty much it for the hardware manufacturers. We're going to now move on to the software companies. Bethesda. Hmm. Bethesda has been on a big roll from Doom to Wolfenstein to Fallout. They've recently announced Fallout 76, which is supposed to take place before all the other Fallout games. So I think they need to start announcing new IPs that will shock everybody. Like maybe announce a new game that it takes ideas from Ubisoft's Splinter Cell series and make something like Splinter Cell. I will also like to see maybe a platformer from Bethesda. Maybe they can get another studio to make a platformer game and maybe make their own mascot. More Doom DLC. I am been enjoying Dooms ever since it released in 2016. Maybe I would like to see some more DLC for Doom. Basically, new IP from Bethesda is what my prediction is. Moving on to Square Enix. Mainly Square Enix, in addition to showcasing Kingdom Hearts, maybe another Final Fantasy, and Tomb Raider. Square Enix needs to showcase some new IPs also. I think some new IPs from Square Enix will help them bring in some new customers and keep current fans coming back for more, because Square Enix is a great company. I've actually liked their Final Fantasy games since playing Final Fantasy 15 for the first time. I've actually enjoyed Final Fantasy 15. I'm also playing Kingdom Hearts 2 on the PS4, and I'm enjoying that. So I would like to see a lot of stuff from Square Enix, mainly new IP. Ubisoft. What do I want from Ubisoft? Ubisoft needs to quit rehashing the same old IPs, like Assassin's Creed. I think the yearly idea for Assassin's Creed has gone far enough. I think after this Assassin's Creed, I want to see Assassin's Creed take a permanent break for a while. We don't need a yearly Assassin's Creed every year. It causes the franchise to go stale to the point that nobody will buy it. So I think they need to take a full-on break for Assassin's Creed. The same could be said for Rainbow Six. Rainbow Six Siege is a great game. It is fun. I just think it needs to take a break also. Let's see. I want to see a new announcement for a new Splinter Cell game. I think it's time that Splinter Cell gets a new game. We haven't had one since Blacklist from the PS3 and Xbox 360 generation. I also want to see Splinter Cell Conviction brought to the PlayStation Network, whether it's on PS3 or PS4. Splinter Cell Conviction was exclusive to the 360, which is kind of strange because I mostly own the Splinter Cell games on the PlayStation consoles, from the original games on the PS2 to Double Agent and Blacklist on the HD remasters on the PS3. So I think Conviction should be re-released on the PlayStation Store. EA. As far as I'm concerned, EA will not count. EA is not part of E3 at this point. They have their own EA Play thing that they're going to do, that they've been doing since probably 2 years ago. As far as I know, I'm not going to live stream that press conference. I'm hoping to start with Microsoft, and then Bethesda. What I'm planning to do is Microsoft, I'm planning to do... I don't know how I'm really going to live stream Microsoft and Bethesda because they're both Sunday afternoon and Sunday evenings. What I'm thinking of doing is holding off on the Ubisoft, all the other press conferences, and start my live stream with the Microsoft press conferences and the Bethesda press conference. If I can try to live stream the Bethesda Sunday evening, I will do that, and then maybe later I'll do the Xbox conference if I still have time. But I want to try to do everything in order, so hopefully we will try to live stream everything in order. But overall, those are my predictions and what I'm expecting out of E3 this year. Overall, I'm very excited for E3 next week. I want to see a lot of demos released. I want to see every company be successful this E3. Overall, I just am very excited for E3. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I appreciate a like, a thumbs up, a comment in the comment section. And until then, I will see you guys next week for the live stream of E3. If you want to join that live stream, it will be on twitch.tv/CinemaAwesome and on youtube.com/RoboGamification. That is the name for the account. It is the name of the channel is still CinemaAwesome, but right now the URL is youtube.com/RoboGamification. I hope you join me for the live stream next week. And until then, I will see you next time on the CinemaAwesome. Until then, this is Taylor from the CinemaAwesome signing off. Good night. This video has been approved by TubeBuddy.com. Join now at TubeBuddy.com/CinemaAwesome to become a member of the TubeBuddy community. Take advantage of the features for your channel and to support new YouTube content creators like this and many other channels of YouTube. Link is in the description.